Importantly, ASEAN also acknowledges the intrinsic link between environmental degradation and security. In line with the 2030 Agenda, the ASEAN Charter also sets out that ASEAN is committed to ensuring sustainable development for the benefit of both present and future generations. The United Nations is supporting other vital efforts in the region. That includes our work with the European Union through the Spotlight Initiative to end violence against women and girls. It involves the use of new digital tools to inform people of their rights. And to prevent violent extremism, UNDP is working such as the green sukuks in Indonesia. UNDP is also assisting the implementation of integrated national financing frameworks in most countries across the ASEAN region to align development finance possibilities with the SDGs. Enhanced partnerships with the private sector are equally crucial. In that, UNDP is developing SDG investor maps as a service offer to pinpoint new opportunities for the private sector to contribute and co-finance the SDGs, ranging from everything the food industry to energy and infrastructure. With the G20 Bali summit, we need major shifts if we are to achieve the SDGs in every corner of the globe. UNDP analysis argues that a set of ambitious but feasible competing each other. All countries, developed and developing, must focus on ways to advance human development, which is not just narrowly focused on improving GDP or people's wealth and health. To this end, UNDP and the UN family are committed to continue working closely with ASEAN to provide people across the region with the tools and support that they need to regain control.
Conducted a comprehensive mapping exercise and produced a report that identified the complementarities in ASEAN's regional integration towards their SDG target of strengthening regional integration. We have with us today a very distinguished panel of speakers with a wealth of experience who can speak to the regional approach to SDG. Introduce each of the panelists. We have His Excellency Ambassador Treyat, who is at the ministry. He has handled a wide range of issues on consular and in legal affairs to multilateral affairs. He has had a number of overseas postings, including as Consul General in Hong Kong, and most recently as Indonesian Ambassador to the state of Kuwait. Belen Martinez Carbonell is Managing Director of Portfolio of Global Programs, leads the advancement of the Foundation's strategic priorities. He joined the Rockefeller Foundation in 2019 as Managing Director, Climate and Resilience. I will ask each of the panelists to speak for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then we will have a round of questions in which I will ask each panelist 1 or 2 questions. After the panelists have answered their questions, I will open the floor for questions and comments from the audience. And with that, can I invite Mr. Treyat to make his presentation? Thank you.
Thank you. Very important event. Currently, the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has moved the world further off track from achieving the SDGs. So I think Achim Steiner has really pointed out in his statement just now. We also foresee that the world state will not be far different next year as we assume our ASEAN. Our efforts to enhance our region's resilience and sustainability. Common global goals such as the bodies on agriculture and forestry have also been working hard to improve agri-15. We have aspired to increase the component of renewable energy to 23%. Partnership is determined to continue ASEAN's efforts in realizing a sustainable, inclusive, clean energy are some of the SDGs which will fit perfectly with several initiatives that we are planning for ASEAN next year. To conclude,
has also provided more than 3 billion through COVAX to help secure almost 2 billion doses for low and lower income, middle-income countries, including several former ASEAN countries. Now, we need to continue our and biodiversity. In this regard, we look for.
This will allow us to achieve better nutritional outcomes, and it will help us achieve better environmental results. And today, we see that agri-food systems are still pressuring the environment and natural resources very much. And it also generates economic opportunities. And this is especially important if you consider that 80% of the extreme poor in the world live. So to address these issues, FAO is looking at complementary actions that are tailored to specific needs. In Asia and the Pacific, this translated into regional initiatives that were proposed and endorsed by the FAO Regional Conference that took place last March in Bangladesh. Some of these regional initiatives include strengthening agri-food systems for sustainable production and healthy diets, accelerating inclusive rural transformation, and promoting sustainable natural resource management for biodiversity conservation and climate action. It's up to all of us collectively now to ride this momentum created and implement the actions that are needed. The System Summit is national ownership. We're here to support the national-led programs and actions. And in this regard, I welcome that the majority of ASEAN countries presented national food system transformation pathways during the Food System Summit process.
We deliver on sustainable development goals. And what I would like to encourage is all of us to take action, because that is what we need to continue the progress. The Rockefeller Foundation has been working with our partners across Asia and the ASEAN region in particular for over a century now on different challenges. When I was in Bangkok, which was actually in the Kingdom of Siam in 1917, when we and our team eliminated hookworm, and we've continued to maintain close relations with Thailand and ever since, and we are the only global foundation who has a regional headquarters in Thailand, and that gives us a chance to both work closely with the Thai government and the Thailand people, but also to continue to strengthen ties across the region. And I wanted to thank you very much for your incredible hospitality to us and our work. And I also wanted to commend this conversation in particular and leadership that Thailand has shown to continue to drive forward the progress in the ASEAN about this crisis and think about it as an opportunity to transform the things that we need to do and use it as an opportunity to take action. Prevention efforts. And I met with them when I was there. They've been working very actively to be a regional exporter. That work and making sure that there are enough health professionals in the region who understand what needs to happen there is something that we very much care about. All of our best laid plans. With the war in Ukraine threatened food supply around the world, we thought we could turn to India and Pakistan for support. But then deadly heat waves hit India, and we've just seen how devastating the floods have been in Pakistan. And so I commend your work, Mr. Tavares, on food. And one of the things that we've done as a foundation is work in the region. So is as you said as well, just stay connected and to make sure that we collaborate and make sure that we're actually learning and listening to one another about our ideas. The most is critical, and we can and should not and we have to make sure that we listen to them, listen to their solutions and ideas, and try them to see if we launch an Asian Impact Leaders Network, of which more than half are women, to make sure that we're also bringing together government leaders, NGOs, and the private sector to think about and collaborate on ideas, and make sure that we're actually bringing capital and resources to drive